All right, welcome back. Now let's talk sports, but this is sports of a different kind. Imagine walking with a ball on your head for over 40 kilometers. And when I say walk, I mean literally walk. Now, that's exactly what a Nigerian footballer did on Sunday, March the 6th in Lagos. Chinedu Harrison broke the Guinness World Record for the farthest distance walked with a football on the head. He walked a distance of 48.040 kilometers with the ball never leaving his head or touching the ground for a single moment. Now, the previous record was 45.64 kilometers set by an Indian soldier, Naib Singh, in 2014. Chinedu has now broken that record, setting a new one in the process. Now, the new record will officially enter the Guinness Book of World Records once it is ratified by the body. Chinedu's journey to setting the new record began some 46 kilometers outside of Lagos. He walked with the ball on his head through the major Lagos-Ibadan Expressway before hitting the major streets of the commercial city of Lagos. A crowd cheered him on. He eventually reached his finish line at the National Stadium in Lagos. That's somewhere called Surulere, after almost 10 hours of trekking with the ball on his head. Officials of the Nigerian Sports Ministry monitored the event, and it was really amazing, quite amazing. Chinedu now joins me on the program right here in the studio, and also joining us is the man who made it possible, the man who made that event possible. He actually sponsored it. I'm talking about Dr. Rafiu Ladipo. Of course, Dr. Rafiu Ladipo is also the President General of the Nigerian Football Supporters Club. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Let me start with you, Chinedu. What inspired you? What exactly inspired you to doing this?
Well, first of all, it's God that inspired me for creating me, for giving me the ability. Just as you said earlier before the interview, that what kind of power is it? That is supernatural power from God.
Now, so you knew of the previous record set by the Indian soldier. Did you know of that record?
Yeah, I knew about it because when I about to register to attempt this on Guinness World Record, they give me guidelines, and the previous person that have broke the record and have set the record for the first time. Then for me to surpass that record, I have to work harder. I have to do more, and that is what you saw on the screen.
Did you feel you were not scared at all when you were told that the previous record was 45.64 kilometers and that for you to actually break that record, you needed to walk for more than 45 kilometers?
That's exactly what I did, because when I saw that the record,
you were not scared when you were told that?
No, I was not scared, because even on my own side, I trained more than expected, because on my own training, I used to train with bicycle. You know, when you are driving bicycle with football on your head, there are means of challenges like winds. So I overcome the challenges of winds on the bicycle, which gave me the courage and more, ability of strength that I would do this without any panic.
Now, the previous record was set by that Indian soldier in 2014. When exactly did you decide you were going to break that record, that you were going to do this? Was it 2014, 2015?
No, before the Indian man broke the record, I have been preparing for my own record, because I got approval from Guinness World Record on July 3rd, 2013, while I was in Cambodia. So by then I came back and I was working on how to do that. Even going to some companies, some government bodies. Like I went to my state, as well, Imo State, but all avail until when I got to get Dr. Rafiu Ladipo. And I spoke with him, and he said, no, it's a good thing to encourage a Nigerian. So he gave me his word and invited me to his office. So from that 2014, by then, as we are preparing to do that, then the Indian man broke it. So he still gave me courage that we should wait again, so that we can get to know if another person will rise up, until the date I broke it.
Dr. Ladipo, let me come to you. When he approached you for the first time that he was going to do this, didn't you have your doubts?
First and foremost, I am a Nigerian. I believe in Nigeria, and I believe in whatever Nigerian can do, particularly if it's going to give this country a good image. So when he approached me, I listened to him. But at the first instance, I had my doubts. But I called him, I said, look, for me to support you, you need to really convince me. And he started coming. He started training. He will come with the bicycle. The ball will be on his head.
And then you will watch.
Then he will be riding the bicycle all through the streets of Lagos. Then I became convinced. Then I told him, look, you are doing this thing on the express road. 46 kilometers to Lagos on the express road where you will have trailers, big buses, vehicles, and a lot of distractions. I said, for me to go out and tell Nigerians that you will do it, you have to train and rehearse. And he did it twice. They had to,
let me get this straight.
Yes.
You mean he did it twice? As in he did it from...
On his own, he did it twice.
From the Redeem Camp?
From the Redeem Camp to the National Stadium.
He did it
He
twice.
did it. Nobody took note of that. But I was watching because this is something I want to go and tell Nigerians and tell the world he could do. I have to be convinced. So when I got convinced and I got a letter, I went to the Honorable Minister of Sports and I said, this is what is going to happen. I went to some state governments. I went to some companies. And what did they tell me? Are you sure this guy will not disgrace Nigeria? Because, my brother, it is one thing to want to do it. Putting Nigeria's name there. And if the ball drops for one moment, then you would have disgraced this country. So I told them no. The RNC that I know will not disgrace Nigeria. So I gave him backing. And then we've been working in the last 9 months. And that is the result.
It took 9 months. You worked on this for 9 months.
For 9 whole months. Because every day you have to plan, you have to train. There are a lot of things attached to this. One, he's got to be fit. His meal has to be regulated. And he has to build on stamina. And that was why all the time he doesn't take much of food. It's fruits and water, and that increased his metabolism that gave him the energy to be able to do what he did. It's not anything easy at all.
You don't even need to tell me. I mean, you don't need to tell me. I mean, I know it's not easy at all, but, you know, so when you were convinced, you now decided to go in full steam.
Yes. Immediately, we got convinced. We, on the Dr. Rafiu Ladipo Sports Foundation, we have a board of a lot of people, technical people, doctors, lawyers, and the rest. And we sat down, planned it, and we said, yes, we will do it. For 3 times, we have put the date, but we had to change it for some reasons. But on the 6th, we said, no, he has to go for it. And thank God, he went for it, he got it done, and the award congratulated him.
Harrison, you trained twice. I mean, you did that. You walked that distance twice, and it never occurred to you at any point in time at all that, look, this ball could drop from my head. And then we saw you that day when you set this new record. You know, you were not just walking slowly, you were walking very fast. And then cars were passing, lorries, trailers. You didn't develop, there was no doubt in you. Are you telling me you never had any doubt at all that, look, this mission could fail?
No, I have not. Just like this, you balance it, you remove your hands. You know, an adage says that whatever you want to do, do it well. I'm not doing it only for myself, but I'm doing it that God in heaven will be glorified. So, and I'm doing it again to show Nigeria that there are so many talents in this country. When I was training, not only on that route, I trained on other locations, like from where I was staying then, from Oregu. I would train from Oregu to Maitu. You know where Maitu is?
I know Maitu.
Through Oshodi Express Road. Getting to Maitu, I would divert to Orile to bus out at Costain. From Costain, I would go back to Oregu, where I started from. So all these things I have never got doubt. On that, I'm having challenges of bicycle, bus, taxi. and other, even passerby people, because sometimes they criticize and mocked me. Say, can't you go and look for something? You are just carrying ball. But sometimes
they didn't know you were actually training yourself
for something. But sometimes some people that are focused will say, oh, go for Guinness World Record without knowing that I'm training for it. Sometimes some white men or some corporate people will say, you are a star. So sometimes you have courage, sometimes you have discouragement from people. But thank God today, I can say I'm on top by God's grace.
Dr. Larry, but this, I think, yeah, if I'm very correct me if I'm wrong now, he started around 8:11 a.m. in the morning,
yes,
and ended very late. For how many hours now?
Yeah, first and foremost, he broke that record of 45.6, setting a new world record of 48.04. Then he set another record. The guy who did the 45.46 did it in 8 hours, 15 minutes. He did his own 48.04 kilometers in 6 hours, 15 minutes.
Tell me again.
That's
please.
another record.
Now, say that again.
The man, the Indian man,
Set his own record.
at 45.6
He set the record of 45.6.
in 8 hours, 15 minutes.
And Chinedu said,
Did his own, setting a new world record of 48.04, even at the fastest time of 6 hours, 15 minutes. So he broke the record and he broke the time. So he has a lot of records behind him.
now we know from where he started from to Lagos is 46 kilometers.
Yes.
And we know when he got to the National Stadium,
He did 17 laps. Because if you break the record of 45.64 and you want to set a new one, you must do more laps. The man who did it earlier on did it right inside the stadium. This guy did it at the most difficult, in the most difficult situation.
The Indian did his in a stadium.
In a stadium. So he did it on the express road. And you do know a lot of distractions. Particularly when we got to the Long Bridge. You will see big buses and trailers passing by, and you see this board. But what
Tell me how you felt at those moments.
Because I was convinced they would do it. But you know what he would do? He just see Harrison like this, like the bed, balancing the board. By the time he does this, the bus remains. He doesn't move. So, until one moment, when we got to the Julius Bade Bridge, he had a little bit of muscle pull. So what happened? I just poured water on his leg, massaged it, while the ball was still there. And he was moving. He was moving. I was able to complete it.
Now, has this record been ratified?
Well, the records are already with the Guinness Book of officials. It got to them yesterday. And within the next 60 hours from now, we get
Tell me, what were some of the conditions given by Guinness, officials of Guinness Book of World Records? Because we understand that, for instance, you were told to record the event continuously, non-stop. And
that is just one. You must record from the beginning to the end. Not even 1 minute of video recording should be missed.
Non-stop.
And that was why we had to bring several cameras. CCTV was there, NTA was there, LTV, Silver Bed Television, and a host of others. They were all there. They did their recording. I'm happy that you were there live. Now, that is just one. The most important thing is for us to get a certified FIFA badge referee.
Okay.
Who will inspect this ball, that this ball conforms with the standard of FIFA football being used.
Oh, it's not as if you just don't use any ball.
You don't just use any ball. It must conform with FIFA standard. And that was why we had the president of the Referees Association, Alhaji Tade Assis, a 13-year FIFA badge referee, retired now, Dr. Alex Mana, who is also the chief lecturer at the National Institute of Sports. We had another current FIFA badge referee, Adigwe. He was there. We had the representative of the Honorable Minister, Dr. Demola Are, who flagged off the event. There must be a surveyor.
Oh, really? Why?
Because the distance has to be confirmed by a surveyor.
Oh,
a registered government licensed surveyor must give the distance, write his report, sign it, because anything we do can be queried. So the surveyor had to be there. Before that day, he had gone to the redeem camp to measure and was able to come up with the distance. And his papers, about 4 pages, he signed, put his stamp and seal. It has gone to them. We had a lawyer, a notary.
This is serious.
A notary public lawyer that must sign. There must be a seasoned journalist who must also sign. We had Henry Amike, the Olympian, and the chairman of the Sports for All Commission of the NOC. He must sign. There are a lot of people who must attest to what happened. And then all those video recording must be packaged and sent to the Guinness Book of World Records. It's gone there since yesterday, and we're expecting a feedback from them.
It's a lot of work.
It is. Actually, from that Sunday, we have not had 1 minute rest, because on Monday, we started the compilation of records, putting the documents together, up till about 6 p.m. yesterday, before we were through, and we forwarded it back to them. And we all know one thing. Harrison didn't just got up to say he wanted to create a new world record. He got registered with the Guinness Book of World Records.
That's one
he
of the
has
conditions.
his number.
You have to register.
You can't just wake up and say, I want to be a world record holder. Nobody will look at you. He got registered since 2013. And they've been keeping their watch on him. We've been communicating with them. We write every day. They write to us. It's not a thing of a day event. So nobody can just say, I've done this, I've done that. If Harrison is not registered, they won't listen to him. So he's a registered member of the Guinness Book of World Records. Go and Google the Guinness Book of World Records today. You find Harrison's face right there as we speak.
So what next do you plan to do? I mean, we know you're a footballer. You once played in Cambodia, but you're back now. What next do you plan to do? What's your plan next?
Well, there are so many things to do for this great country. Single-handedly and with the support of Dr. Rafiu Oladipo Sports Foundation, I got this achieved. By his grace, I'll be pleased if I can be invited to national team. That's another move. So
You still play football?
Yeah, I still play. You know, for one to check from...
What position do you play?
I play from central defense.
Okay.
Yeah, and I play with much of accuracy.
You don't need to tell me. For you to have tracked that distance, I know your feet, so you don't even need to tell me your feet. I mean, we know that.
So that is my another plan in life, and I believe God that I will still set another record, because the one I did
exactly
the one I did was like they pushed me to do that, because I requested jogging while the ball on my head, but they say it's similar to what they have verified, which is walking, and you can see that jogging is more stressful but more faster to meet up time. And another one is balancing the ball on my head and riding bicycle. But they say I should first of all attempt this.
That's what Guinness Book. Guinness.
Yes. They say I should first of all attempt this before I can make my own, record data, as they put it. So I still have much thing to do. And
so you intend to do something like that, like balancing the ball on your head while on the bicycle,
riding
and
bicycle.
Nobody has done that before.
No, or even if I get in touch with any, company here, I can even exhibit it as a kind of tip, just to promote them.
So let me just ask you, for how long can you balance the ball on your head while riding a bicycle?
Oh, I can balance it the whole day, I said, the whole day, despite the challenges of it. Even as I am now, I read the winds blowing. Because if I'm going this way and the wind is coming this way, I have to put my head down a little bit so that the wind.
Okay, now you're giving us you're giving us the tips. So in case I want to do it, okay, go on. I'm listening to you.
If I'm going this way and the wind is coming this way, I have to slow, because this way to push it off, because there is no other way to get like this. Because I'm walking this way. Once the breeze is coming this way, I have to slow my movement.
And you can't use a heavier ball, of course, because with a heavier ball.
No, heavier ball make it easier, because heavier ball will just drop on your head.
That's what I'm saying.
When you use a lighter ball, it will drop off.
It cannot, because
you have to use a ball certified
FIFA football.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Ladiko, for how long are you willing to support him? For instance, like he's talking about setting other records and all of that. After this is ratified, because we believe it will be ratified anyway.
For as long as God gives us the opportunity, I will stand by him, and I intend to stand by any Nigerian and every Nigerian who is ready to do something good for himself and for the country. You are aware of the fact that, of course, you need not be told, I'm passionate about this country.
Very.
And everything good for this country is what I will always support. So I'm going to stand by him. We're planning to stand by many other Nigerians who may want to, exhibit their talents and get to the level they want to reach. And of course, give Nigeria a very good name. We're there. God keeping us alive. Very soon, the next 3 months, we're coming out with something other than this, and Nigerians will even.
You want to give us an inkling of what you're coming up with?
I don't want my idea stolen. So.
All right. Thank you very much for coming on the program. Harrison, congratulations, and well done. It's not an easy feat. And thank you very much for making Nigeria proud. I mean, it's wonderful. Thank you very much. Congratulations, and we wish you all the best of luck in your other attempts, to set, your own record.
I must equally thank the CCTV television crew. You see, you gave it an international touch, because the Nigerian television was there, the LTV, the channels, all the TV stations in Nigeria were there. You came, you were from there, from the beginning
to the end.
Till the end. And what's more, nothing more. You are showing this all over, and of course the Guinness Book of Records officials will be more convinced that yes, this thing actually took place. Thank you, and I say God bless you.
Thank you, and congratulations once again. Yes. Dr. Ladiko, all the best, and thank you for supporting him.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting him, because without that support, I wonder if this would have been possible. Yeah. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming on the program. All right, that's it on the program. If you want to watch it again, all you just need to do is go to our website, tv360nigeria.com. You'll find the program and lots more there. You can also watch us on YouTube by subscribing to our YouTube channel. It's at youtube.com/TV360Nigeria. Do subscribe, of course, to get the latest videos and updates. And you can follow us on Google Plus at TV360Nigeria, or just like us on Facebook. The address is facebook.com/TV360online. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our handle is at TV360online. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next week.